Today I want to talk about resentment. Ooh, this one is a funny one because one, resentment feels like an emotion that's not allowed. Sometimes you can feel really guilty for resenting someone. On the other hand, resentment is a tricky one because there's a certain whiff of manipulation in there. And here's why. Because you only get to a place of resentment because you haven't asserted your own needs and therefore someone is not meeting them. They're living their life and they're not really considering you. And then you're like, but how did it get to the place where you are literally full of resentment? I'll tell you how. Because we're conditioned to not have needs. I'm sorry that mummy and daddy are catching strays in this conversation, but let me explain myself. A lot of the time, many of us, not all of us, I'll speak for myself. I was brought up in a time when parents were working hard. I was a latchkey kid, right? Sometimes I'll come home from school, I needed to make a jam sandwich, get some biscuits out the cupboard and watch Nickelodeon until mum came home. When mum got home, she was making dinner, cleaning the house, whatever she needed to do, just doing some ironing, sorting out our hair. Me saying, Mummy, I really need you to read this report with me. Or, Mummy, I really want to show you this dance that I did at school with my friend. Mummy ain't got time. Sorry. Your emotional needs were very much not a priority. And it didn't kill me. I was okay. But I very quickly learned that my emotional needs, they ain't gonna be met. So you might as well just put a lid on those. What else did I learn? I learned that, sometimes asking for stuff directly, that doesn't necessarily reap the best results. So if you want something, just being like, Mom, can I have those pair of trainers? Sometimes it worked, a lot of the times it didn't. A lot of the times I would need to figure out a way, or, when I started working, I could start getting them for myself. And, I could get my emotional needs met by, maybe if I hurt myself, if I fell over, then somebody would come running. Oh, that's interesting. So I can get them met like that. Or I can get them met by, doing really well. If I really, really try hard and people were impressed by my grades, then people, showed me some attention. So that works as well. So we find different ways of getting our needs met. We don't really go at them directly. If those of you who did have a similar situation to me, where going at things directly, how does that story develop? Well, it turns you into an adult that understands that your emotional needs, it turns you into an adult that is used to not asking outright for the things that you need or the things that you want, because it's on you. And whilst that has been really useful, because I've always been someone that was just like, you want it? Okay, work for it, go get it. And there's some very beautiful things about how self-reliant I became when it came to relationships. The bar was low. The bar was in the gutter for a time, because I was like, don't worry about, I don't have any needs. I can sort myself out. Like, let's just lock in, let's just do this, yeah? And now I come back to the start, how resentment builds. Because you rock up like, I don't have any needs. Who do you need me to be? Just, what do you need? It's fine. I'm so low maintenance. Don't worry about me. And that's the price of entry. It's free. You don't need to do anything. Like, I'm not going to ask. Don't worry. And then you get locked in, and then some time passes, that person is, acting exactly how they acted at the beginning, which wasn't a problem then. And then you realise they're not making any effort. Or my birthday, they weren't really that fast. They did a little something, but I cooked the dinner. I'm also washing up the dinner. I'm also cleaning the house. I'm also doing their laundry. And a little bit of help would have been nice. Starting to feel a bit resentful now. Like, hello, can't you see? Like, I'm struggling. Can you, that wasn't the deal. You weren't bothered in the beginning, so why are you suddenly bothered now? Can you see how that catches us? How the same child who figured out that having needs didn't get you to a very good place, so we just stopped having needs. And then it gets us into very sticky situations. And then resentment builds up. But there was a certain level of manipulation. Did you catch it? Did you catch it? Because why are we showing up one way and then at a certain point being like, no, I don't like this. Well, then why did you show up in the first place? Like, hi, I love being a doormat. It's my favourite. No, keep the same energy. What are you doing? Switching it up. Why are you resentful? This is how you showed up. You said you had no needs, and now I'm not checking for your needs, and now it's a problem. So here's my thing, right? And why I advocate for going on this journey. Somatic therapy has gifted me my life. The life that I have now, which I'm pretty proud of and I'm enjoying, because what it has enabled me to do is, 1, get in touch with my needs, 2, get them met directly myself. I'm not putting the burden of my needs on anyone else, but in order to get my needs met, I meet them myself. Therefore, if anyone else is coming in, I'm not showing up with no needs, like this kind of like, don't worry about me, I got it, I got everything. No, I got needs. I'm meeting my needs by myself. But if you're coming in, like, these are what they are, by the way, I'm very aware of them. I need a lot of encouragement. I like nice things. I can be a bit ditzy sometimes, but I'm really intelligent. So don't disrespect me. But yeah, I am a bit. But it's part of my charm. Okay? I know myself. I know. So, resentment. It's something that we kind of need to take responsibility for. I'm not saying that being in a relationship that is completely one-sided and the other party is not pulling their weight, whether it's a friendship, whether it is a partner, whether it is a husband, whether it is any relationship, whether it is a colleague, if it's one-sided and you're doing all of the heavy lifting, it doesn't feel very nice. But at some point, you're going to have to ask yourself, at what point did I enter into this dance? Because it's a dance. You started doing the two-step and the other party was like, okay, so let's do this. As soon as you change your step, it changes the dance. But so many of us keep doing the same two-step and we just feel resentment in the dance that we're in. When you started this, Macarena, not me. So yeah, it takes a bit of work to get to the place where you're ready to switch up the rhythm and show up with needs. That takes work. That takes a lifetime of unlearning, or unlearning a lifetime of conditioning. So yeah, this is not me letting you off the hook. This is me telling you that it's time. It's time if you want to live a life free of resentment. It's an inside job.